Hello my dear students, welcome back to your physics class. This is your physics teacher. Hope you all are fit and fine. In the previous video, you have learnt about the different system of units and the multiples and submultiples of units. Now in this video, we are going to start the next topic, that is measurement of length. So before going to start the measurement, we should know about length, what is length or how we can define length. Length is the straight line distance between two given points or locations. Or we can say that length of any object can be defined as the distance between its two ends or extreme points. For example, if we want to measure the length of this pencil, then the length of this pencil will be equal to the distance between its two end points. This is the first end point and this is the second end point. The distance between its two endpoints or two extreme points is known as its length. We know that length is a fundamental quantity and we used to measure length in our everyday life. For example, we measure the length of our clothes, we measure the length of a room, and many more similar examples are there. Now, here you can see the different objects whose length can be measured by finding the distance between their endpoints. There are different instruments for measuring length of the different objects. For example, to measure the length of a field, a measuring tape is used. Similarly, to measure small distances or to draw straight lines, we use a ruler, which is also known as a measuring scale. And a cloth merchant uses a meter rod to measure the length of the clothes. Similarly, the laboratory instruments like screw gauge and vernier calipers are used to do small measurements, like to measure the diameter of a wire, to measure the thickness of a metallic sheet. Now, here you will see that how we can do a measurement using a ruler and a measuring tape. Firstly, look at a ruler. A ruler or a scale is an instrument which is used to measure distances or to draw straight lines. It can be made up of plastic, wood or metal. You can see it has many fixed markings on it. Fixed markings means the dark lines drawn on the scale or on the ruler. There are some bigger markings as well as the smaller markings. The bigger markings denote centimeters and each centimeter is further divided into 10 smaller markings representing millimeter. You can count that in 1 centimeter there are 10 smaller markings which represents millimeters. It means we can say that 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeters. The rulers come in various sizes. Now, to measure the length of any object, for example a pencil, the object is placed along the edge of the ruler, that means parallel to the length of the ruler or of the scale. The difference between the markings at the two ends gives the length of the object. That means the length of the object will be equal to marking at the end point minus the marking at the starting point. That will be equal to the length of the given object. Here you can see the length of the paper clip measured can be written either 18 millimeters or it can be written as 1.8 centimeters, because we know that in 1 centimeter there are 10 millimeters. Similarly, the length of the pencil is found to be 75 millimeters or it can be written as 7.5 centimeters. Now, next is measuring tape. A measuring tape can be considered as a flexible ruler because it can be extended and it has a greater length as compared to the usual ruler. It is usually made up of cloth, plastic or metal and comes in various sizes. It is used by cloth merchants, tailors and to measure the length of different objects. It proves to a useful tool for measuring around curves and corners of the objects. And the method of measurement of length using this tool is similar to that of a ruler. Now you can see there are markings drawn on the measuring tape and this measuring tape comes in inches as well as centimeters. It has markings in inches as well as centimeters, and each inch is further divided into 16 small markings which represents 1/16 of an inch. Next is units for measurement of length. As we know, the SI unit of length is meter, but besides meter, there are several multiple and sub-multiple units of meter which can be used to measure different distances. For example, to measure the distance between two cities, kilometers can be used. Similarly, smaller lengths like that of a duster or pencil box or an eraser, centimeters can be used as a unit. And there are other units also like millimeters, inch, foot, which we can use to measure the lengths of different objects. Here we can see the relation between different units of length. The SI unit of length is meter, so the different units of length are related by this SI unit of length. For example, in 1 meter we know there are 100 centimeter, so 1 centimeter can be written equal to 0.01 meter. Similarly, in 1 meter there are 1000 millimeters, so 1 millimeter can be written as 0.001 meter. And in 1 kilometer there are 1000 meters. Inch and feet are related with meter. As you can see, 1 inch is equal to 0.0254 meter and 1 feet is equal to 0.3048 meters. With the help of a ruler or a measuring tape, we can do the measurement of length of any object very easily. But if we don't follow a proper method, then it can also lead to a wrong measurement. So, to take a correct reading using a ruler or a measuring tape, we should follow some steps. So, the first one is, as there are different type of rulers available with different markings such as millimeter, centimeter, inches markings, one should make sure to choose the ruler with correct markings as per requirement. Means, for example, if we want to measure the length of a pencil or an eraser, then we will choose centimeter scale, not kilometer scale. Similarly, if we want to measure the distance between two cities, then we will choose the kilometer scale, not the centimeter scale or the millimeter scale. So it means we should choose the ruler or the scale as per the requirement or as per the units of that object. Second one is, place the ruler parallel along the edge of the object whose length is to be measured. Place the ruler parallel or along the edge of the object whose length is to be measured, like this. This is the correct way to place the ruler and this is the incorrect way to place the ruler. This is oblique way. This is the correct way. Next one is, keep the zero mark of the ruler on one of the endpoints, preferably left of the object. In case the ends of the ruler are broken or rough, you can take some another point, say 2 cm as the initial reading. But in such a case, do not forget to subtract 2 cm from the final reading of the ruler, that is 15 minus 2 cm, that is equal to 13 cm. So what is meant by this step? For example, when we are going to do the measurement of any object like a pen, this pen, then we will keep the zero mark of the ruler on one side of the endpoints of the object. Means this endpoint of the object is taken on the zero mark. But if this zero mark is broken or rough, if on any scale the zero mark is broken or rough, then we will place this one endpoint of the object on 1 cm or either on 2 cm. For example, if we are placing it on 1 cm, the tip of the pen or the one end of the pen is placed on 1 cm and the final reading that is coming is 14 cm. So then how we will take the measurement? We will subtract 1 from 14, that will be equal to 13 centimeters. That will be equal to 13 centimeter. Similar as case of if we are taking the reading from 2 centimeter, if we are placing the tip of the pen at 2 centimeter and the final reading is coming at 15 centimeter, then we will subtract 2 from 15, that will be equal to 13 centimeter. So next one is, mark the final reading of the ruler where the end point of the object coincides with the ruler. The difference of the two readings gives the length of the object. That is very clear. We will mark the final reading of the ruler where the end point of the object coincides with the ruler, है ना? Coincides means matches with the reading of the ruler here. So that will be the final reading, and the difference between the two readings, that means the final reading and the initial reading, will give the length of the object. Next one is while taking the reading. This is very important. While taking the reading, one should read the eyes vertically above the ruler, otherwise there may be a parallax error in the measurement. For example, you can see here what is the correct positioning of the eye while taking the reading. This is the correct positioning, not from the left or not from the right. If we see from the left, then the reading that we will see, that is different. That, for example, it is 2.8 centimeter. If we are reading it from this side, then there will be this will be 3.0 centimeter or 3 centimeter. And if we are watching it vertically above the ruler, then there will be correct reading, that is 2.9 centimeters. Okay, this is because of the parallax error. So what is parallax error? Parallax error is defined as the error in measurement arising due to the wrong positioning of the eye. The error in measurement which is arising due to the wrong positioning of the eye, that is known as parallax error. So due to this, the observed reading is always slightly more or less than the actual reading or the correct reading. As we can see, this is the correct reading. But if we are watching or if we are taking the reading from the another sides, like from say left or right side, that are the wrong sides. So that time the reading will be slightly less or more than the actual reading or the correct reading. So we should take the reading by placing our eye vertically above the ruler. Next is conversion of units of length. So we have done the conversions of units of length. While representing the distance between 2 points, we do not always use the same unit. We use different units based on convenience. So it is important to know the relation between different units and how to convert one unit to another. So we have done the conversion of units of length. Like as we know that how to convert 1 centimeter to meter or 1 meter to centimeter. So you can see in 1 centimeter there are 1 meter in there are 100 centimeters, and 1 centimeter can be written as 1/100 meters. So likewise all these conversions are written.